I've often gone on record claiming Cardano to have the greatest roadmap of all time, and I stand by this. Whilst many still hold the belief or misconception that it never ships code, always overpromises and continues to under-deliver, we in the community can see all the bigger picture pieces are firmly falling into place, showing all the signs that a world social and financial operating system is not only possible, but materializing. There's another mammoth project, however, deep in development and at a critical stage of the rollout of its own roadmap that further enhances my confidence in Cardano's mission, holds equal significance, whose innovative tech, strategy and model is going to play an integral role in Cardano realizing the very future we all believe so strongly is destined to achieve. This project, rather than a layer 2, is more like a layer 1.5, a beast in its own right. It will prove to be vital in terms of Cardano being responsible for the mass adoption of this technology. Whilst many in this space have become disillusioned with the promise of blockchain, seemingly giving up hope on the idea of a better world for all, maybe this is because, on those chains, projects with such a vision and real-world execution just fail to exist. See, between World Mobile and Cardano, belief is firmly instilled. Together, they form an unstoppable force for good that very soon will be, by all accounts, impossible to ignore. Welcome back for today's installment of Cardano Insights, where we track the all-important developments of the very pulse of Cardano and its ecosystem. So let's get straight into it. Now, if you've been a regular viewer of Cardano Insights, you'll know I speak often on the significance of World Mobile as a project and how their mission to connect the unconnected goes hand in hand with Cardano's long-term focus to bank the unbanked and ultimately bring a fairer, more inclusive system to anyone, anywhere in the world. So first up today, we rewind to Friday evening, where as promised during their recent Twitter space, World Mobile delivered their updated roadmap 2.0, providing a high-level overview of what the community can expect from the remainder of 2022, taking us right through to Q3 2023. Something that I picked up on during the recent space discussion was that this roadmap 2.0 is specifically intended to align the community with the project's development focus in a clear and concise format, to which I think they've done a fantastic job. So let's dive right in and run through the key takeaways. So for each quarter, they've categorized targets under 4 key areas: rollout, the World Mobile app, EarthNode and AirNode developments respectively. Crucially, the remainder of 2022 will see a collection of significant milestones in play that, if achieved, will go a long way in setting the pace for development throughout 2023. So in terms of rollout, as discussed last week, the first Aerostat launch is very much on course in Zanzibar, and as we understand it now, is imminent, just waiting for the green light from government officials and regulators in Tanzania, where once officially granted, history is inevitably going to be made. During this quarter, they also aim to roll out 225 airnodes in Zanzibar. That's just short of a 50% increase to the current total, of which in the last few days alone has already increased from 124 to 152 airnodes in operation. This has seen a rise of an additional 2,000 daily users, whereby in a recent 24-hour period has resulted in 15,000 unique users being connected to the network. In 2022, World Mobile also aiming to deliver the first business-to-business and business-to-consumer paying customers to be connected in Tanzania, and the first TVWS-capable airnodes running in one African country. For reference, TV whitespace technology provides an effective alternative to microwave by utilizing the lower frequency signals that can penetrate obstacles and cover uneven ground without requiring additional infrastructure. For the mobile application, the version 1 release is also being scheduled for this quarter in network launch countries, with DIDs assigned to every customer and the implementation of a contact book for subscribers with an option to set publicly discoverable information. The remainder of 2022 will also see the EarthNode testnet launch, distribution of EarthNode NFTs to owners, and the start of the highly anticipated AirNode reservations for new network participants to join and contribute to the build-out of this fast-growing network. Q1 2023, the pace of development rollout continues, targeting further business-to-business and business-to-consumer paying customers to be connected, and TVWS-capable airnodes running in a second African country. They also have planned the second Aerostat launch scheduled for this quarter, which I believe is the one located in Wyoming on Charles's Ranch that we discussed last week. For the mobile app, Q1 2023 will see the first in-app value-added services for customers. This V2 release, which they've stated is for a global audience rather than only network launch countries, will feature a Cardano wallet, DID wallet integration, an update to the contact book with the option to share private information with certain contacts, and in-app functionality to transfer World Mobile tokens. In addition, the V2 update will also enable a fiat on-ramp via payment gateway to facilitate the purchase of WMT. The development of the World Mobile app will prove to be critical in the build-out of the World Mobile ecosystem, where users will be able to access a wide range of utility. An example of this being Immunify.life, a project we covered recently who aims to address crucial healthcare data management challenges and empower patients and healthcare workers to take ownership of their data and benefit from its value from both a financial and well-being perspective. This quarter will also see the EarthNode mainnet launch, AirNode Wi-Fi roaming, matching site, dashboard for operators, and the distribution of World Mobile's trademark proof of service rewards, which will mark the true beginnings of the innovative sharing economy, really starting to take shape that not only furthers connectivity in unconnected areas, but enables various income streams for marginalised communities. Looking ahead at Q2 2023, the first business-to-business and business-to-consumer paying customers are scheduled to be connected in a third African country. The mobile app will see the iOS release, on-net voice calls, off-net calling implemented in the first country, and multiple device support for individual customers. This quarter will also see the introduction of the EarthNode operator dashboard and storage as a service being implemented and made available to customers. Rollout for Q3 2023 will see World Mobile continue their global expansion efforts and the commencement of the International Partner Scaling Program. More information to be released in this respect as 2023 developments progress. The World Mobile Application Software Development Kit will be released to beta partners, and an international remittance money transfer functionality will be introduced in the first World Mobile operated country. So if you wanted to take a look for yourself and get more familiar with the roadmap, I've linked it in the description below. As expected from a project with such a grand mission, this updated roadmap is extremely ambitious. However, with a team as determined and capable as World Mobile, with a true leader in Mickey and brilliant community that's formed around them, the development milestones set out are definitely achievable, and we'll be sure to continue to track the progress step by step right here on Cardano Insights. Next we go to a project's development that we've been following on this channel since its inception, who continue to deliver updates and new features that offer high-level insights into the decentralized applications in the Cardano ecosystem. In a recent update, DappsOnCardano introduced the single Dapp pages, where you can now check important data in the form of graphs relating to Dapp volume, transactions, unique accounts, and inflows or outflows of ADA. Originally, all Dapps and data was only featured in this table-style format. If you navigate to DappsOnCardano.com, select the Dapp of which you want to view by clicking the name. You can then access the graphs and sort by all of time, current 6 or 18 month epoch timeframes. For a great visual representation of the positive effects Dapps have experienced since the Vassal hard fork, select a Dapp, in this case I'm using JPEG Store, scroll down to the average transaction fee and size graphs, and then sort by an 18 epoch timeframe. You'll then see from epoch 365, which is when the Vassal hard fork took place, how both the transaction fee and size has reduced by 50%. The power of Vassal is real. DappsOnCardano is a great community developed tool that enables you to survey key metrics relating to the Dapps in our ecosystem, view open source code, audit reports, locate official sites or social channels, and identify which versions they're currently operating on. This site has come a long way since we originally featured it on the channel, and is proving to be an incredibly useful resource for tapping into the growth and performance of the Dapps built and running on Cardano. So go check it out, linked in the description below. Now, Project Catalyst is one of Cardano's many weapons that long-term will prove to be vital for the continued growth and development of its ecosystem. Already responsible for enabling many of the projects, tools and infrastructure we use and interact with today, delivering the world's largest decentralized innovation fund is no small feat, but like anything, striving to be decentralized, creating a process that allows anyone across the world to access funding with relative ease was never going to be achieved without its drawbacks and faults. Recently, we covered various proposals that came out of Project Catalyst's round 9 of funding. Some were funded, many were not, and others created divided opinions amongst the Cardano community, leading to some publicly debated conversations and criticism relating to the wider process itself. Off the back of this, and across many of the previous funding rounds, the community has expressed a dissatisfaction to the way Catalyst is organised, run, and importantly, how in its current form exposes the Cardano treasury to significant loss of community funds, whereby seemingly excellent proposals fail to receive funding, whereas others that seem less viable or impactful have been successful. So it's apparent that change is necessary to ensure Cardano's innovation fund is handled efficiently and serves its intended purpose in driving the growth of our ecosystem, bootstrapping projects or individuals that will both add value and, importantly, actually carry out the work originally outlined in the submitted proposals. Following on from IOG's recent acknowledgement of the community's call for important parameter changes to be implemented surrounding the K and min fee SPO parameters, today in this announcement demonstrated they've also taken note of the community pressure applied with regards to Project Catalyst. In this tweet, they announced Project Catalyst makes a tactical pause to evaluate Fund 9 results before kickstarting the next iteration. Slowing down allows Catalyst participants to look at the processes, reflect upon improvement opportunities, and iterate forward meaningfully. In an attached blog also published today, they explained Project Catalyst is trialling a milestone-based reporting for funded projects. Funded projects in the Dapps Products and Integration Challenge and projects that have requested funds with a value greater than $75,000 must now report requirements based on clear milestones and provide a statement of milestones and proof of achievement to continue receiving funding. Moving to a milestone-based reporting mechanism reinforces belief in the project and demonstrates progress to the community. In addition, it's an extra layer of protection for the Cardano treasury and the community, ensuring that the projects deliver as planned before receiving the amounts requested. The cooldown period also creates a much needed opportunity to pause and reflect on the entire Catalyst process. IOG acknowledged there's a need for processes to mature, be simplified, become more autonomous, remain inclusive, and continue demonstrating value to the broader Cardano ecosystem. As a result, some crucial changes and updates are on the horizon. One of the significant reasons to have a cooldown period is to allow for collective clarity without rushing toward the next deadline. With this being taken into consideration, Fund 10 has no start date. Instead, Project Catalyst will take stock of all signals and experiences before moving on to the next funding cycle. Up-and-coming blogs and announcements will discuss changes and lay out the future plans for Project Catalyst. In turn, the Catalyst community is being welcomed and encouraged to discuss and hold retrospective sessions and share the outcomes. A feedback form for Fund 9 has now been made available. This form is to help identify gaps and areas that need specific attention. Personally, I think this is a much needed and equally positive development. Like the majority of the Cardano community, I want to see Project Catalyst thrive, and I think this is the kind of proactive approach needed in order to streamline and improve the current state of the process. We'll be sure to focus on progress surrounding Project Catalyst as and when further updates occur. For reference, I've linked the full article, which also has a link to the feedback form if you wanted to have a full read and put forward any suggestions. Next, to a project that's deploying on both the Cardano and Ergo blockchains, and whilst this item may predominantly be Ergo related, it definitely holds significance in terms of anetaBTC's progress in bringing decentralized on-chain wrapped Bitcoin to the Cardano blockchain. You may remember we recently covered anetaBTC's updated roadmap that outlined the protocol's intention to deliver Bitcoin wrap into the Cardano testnet and mainnet launch in Q1 to Q2 2023. For this to occur, they're first launching the protocol on the Ergo blockchain, to which it would seem progress is coming along very nicely. In this tweet, they simply wrote "almost ready" with this screenshot of a successful Bitcoin deposit on the Ergo testnet. Finally today, if you're on Twitter and in search of a great source of Cardano tech and development updates, I'd definitely recommend that you consider giving Suraj and Laura a follow, both linked in the description below. In addition to the Gestometrics newsletter that we've covered a few times now on this channel, which is published weekly, they also deliver regular threads that offer highly digestible and easy to understand explainers surrounding the technology that underpins the Cardano blockchain. Further to this, over the weekend they also announced the introduction of the This Week in Cardano thread, where each week they'll provide a summary of all the major events happening in the Cardano ecosystem. So that's it for today's installment of Cardano Insights, as we keep track of the developments and continue to spread those positive Cardano vibes. If you found value in the content and want to help the channel connect the so far unconnected, then please be sure to comment, share, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, which is the best way you can help support the channel. We'll be back soon with your daily roundups. Until then, thanks for watching, have a great day, and as always, keep it Cardano.